What is going on, guys? I know you're tired of the same old shit. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say other than it's just easier for me to do gameplay videos. So I rebranded back to the legit Gaming 360, what I started out with. Some days it's just hard to get in front of the camera, especially with the shit that I've been going through, man. It's just, I want to make videos, and I think this is like the easiest way for me to do it. I'll still do vlogs from time to time, but I can't just seem to quit YouTube. I'm hanging on by a thread, and it's like one more channel name change and YouTube's probably gonna shut me down. I'm sorry. So I recorded this gameplay in theater mode, and I don't know what I did, but it's not showing any hit markers. My map is gone, and you can't even tell who's on my team. And I'm just like, it looks like a giant game of free for all. So I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. But it's still good gameplay. I mean, I think I got all my kill streaks. So anyway, I wanted to tell you guys this story because I've been hanging on to it for like 6 years, and I always thought about telling it, but I was just way too embarrassed. Like, I don't know why. This is one of those stories that just I didn't want to tell. So I figured what better way to kick things off again than to tell you like one of my most embarrassing stories ever. So I think I sort of maybe got catfished. Now, I didn't even know this was a thing until I saw season 1 of Catfish, and I was like, there's a term for this? So this happened like way before Catfish was like really popular. So, but that shit was still happening. Better believe it. It happened to me. So I was a junior in high school when this happened. Now, I want to kick this off by saying there was this guy that I had this unspoken beef with because we always seemed to date the same girls. And so him and I just naturally didn't like each other because of this. It's really stupid. I don't know if you guys have anybody like that in your life where you always seem to date the same person at different times, and it just creates this tension that you probably never address. I don't know. That's what we had. Now, I had a couple classes with this guy, and so I just noticed that he was dating this girl on Facebook. Now, I was not the type of guy that was like, oh, you're dating this cute girl, I'm gonna take her from you. Like, that's the worst type of person. So after a couple months go by, they break up. Now, this annoys me as I tell this story today, but like 3 days after they broke up, I added her on Facebook and she added me back. Now, what I noticed about her Facebook right off the bat was that she only had like 6 pictures, and she had had her account for like 2 years, so I thought that was a little strange. But anyway, we still ended up talking. I noticed that she also lived like 30 minutes away and went to some weird private school that I'd never heard of, but she was within driving distance. I mean, it wasn't a big deal, so we still talked. And immediately we just hit it off. I mean, she was pretty easygoing. She was the type of girl that you could talk to on the phone for like 6 hours, and then you look at the time and you're like, I was supposed to be somewhere earlier. Like, it was like one of those types of relationships where you just lose track of time completely. So I thought that was fairly difficult to come by. So we just instantly, hit it off. I mean, we were talking every single day. Now, I'm the type of guy, I'm really painfully socially awkward. You might not be able to tell in my videos, but seriously, I need to talk to you for like a week before I even want to hang out. If you hang out with me before we've really had a chance to get to know each other prior, I'm going to be the worst. You're probably not going to call me back. So a week goes by. I'm like, okay, I think I'm ready to, ask her to hang out. So I asked her to hang out on a Friday right after school, and she already had plans. So Saturday comes around, same thing, already had plans. I was like, okay, now I don't know how I didn't learn my lesson by this time, but Monday comes up, and right after school, I was like, hey, I'm not doing anything. You want to hang out? I can come pick you up. And she was like, sorry, I think she was a part of some sport. It seemed like she was a part of every extracurricular activity at school because she was just, it was out of the question Monday through Thursday. We were not hanging out. So I finally figured it out. I was like, okay, I need to ask her a week in advance. So I was like, okay, next weekend, Saturday, because I'm doing something Friday. So Saturday, let's hang out. She was like, okay, perfect. Come pick me up. We can go see a movie. Saturday comes around. I've been waiting all week. We've been talking for hours every night. I'm ready to meet this girl. So Saturday comes around. It's like 30 minutes before I'm supposed to pick her up. I was so efficient. I bought tickets online for the movie. Like, I already had the movie tickets ready to go. I was prepared. So she texts me like 30 minutes before I'm supposed to go get her. And she's like, Hey Jordan, I'm really sorry. I'm not feeling well today. I don't know if it's something that I ate or what happened, but I'm not really in the mood to hang out. I was like, I don't really want to take no for an answer. So I start suggesting other things. I was like, well, I could just come over. We could stay at your house. We don't have to go anywhere. We can just chill, take it easy for the night. And she was like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just really not up for that. And I was pretty bummed out, but I understood. So I asked her to hang out the following weekend. And she was like, yeah, that'll work. So then a week goes by and I'm starting to notice the pattern. Every time I want to hang out with her, she's either busy or something comes up last minute. It's getting really repetitive and I'm just starting to get suspicious. Now, like I said, we talked on the phone for hours. You know, I felt like she knew everything there was to know about me and vice versa. And it was just really frustrating that we weren't getting that opportunity to hang out. So I had an idea. I was like, okay, I just need to see her face. So how about we just Skype tonight? And she was like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have a webcam on my computer. And I was just like, oh. We couldn't FaceTime because she didn't have an iPhone. This was just too convenient. So I decide, you know what? I'm sick of getting rejected to hang out. I'm just gonna drop the whole thing. I'm gonna put her through a little test and see if she mentions hanging out with me. I'm not even gonna ask. So I kid you not, about a month goes by where we keep talking, business as usual. She never once mentioned hanging out with me, yet she always seemed to be with her friends. So I was like, okay, I'm to the point where I'm just about to stop talking to her. But for some reason, I'm so invested. I just don't know why. I felt like we had something that I was never going to find again. You know how you get in a relationship like that and it was starting to feel like a long distance relationship, which was fine, except I had never seen her face. So I was like, okay, I'm getting a little upset here. So I actually did something that I never thought that I would do. I went to school one day and I had a class with this guy that I mentioned in the beginning of the video. So one day I went up to him, I sat by him, I was like, okay, dude, this is gonna sound really weird, and I hate to talk to you about this, but you know that girl that you just were dating a few months ago? And he looked at me like, yeah, and I was like, okay, so did you ever hang out with her? It was the weirdest conversation, it was so awkward. He said, are you talking to her? I was like, I have been for like almost 2 months now. He was like, bro, she's not real. What the fuck do you mean she's not real? What the fuck? I knew it. He's like, bro, everything that she says is a lie. I was like, so you never saw her, hung out with her? He's like, no. I was like, dude, you guys dated for like 5 months. You never saw her? He's like, she's a liar. She never would hang out. She always had an excuse. I was like, holy shit. I think we're like officially bros now because this is the same thing that's happening to me. We basically narrow it down to this girl's not real. Neither of us know what she actually looks like, if she actually goes to this school, if she is who she says she is. So I confronted her. I gave her the benefit of the doubt to start the conversation. I was like, I don't want to accuse you of anything, but this is how I'm feeling. I was completely honest. I was like, things are not adding up. You never want to hang out. I didn't mention the guy that she had been with previously because I didn't even want to bring him into it. I wanted her to just come out and tell me. And she never said yes or no to if she was who she said she was. What she did next was hang up the phone, block my number, block me on Facebook, and I never heard from her again. Ever. I mean, it was like the most fucked up thing because I was like really emotionally invested and she just dropped off the face of the earth. And I actually had to go see if she just blocked me or if she just deleted her Facebook account. So she ended up just closing the account altogether. So it ended up being a fake. I don't even know if she lived in the state. I mean, I think it was a girl. I mean, she sounded like a girl over the phone, but basically what to take away from this, and you guys probably already know this, I hope that this generation is a little bit smarter than mine, but just be careful who you're dealing with on the internet. You have to make sure you see their face, whether it's through video. Well, mainly it has to be through video. Pictures just don't do it justice anymore. So make sure you see the person, Skype, Facebook, in person, whatever you have to do. I don't care, like I said, if you have to ship a webcam to their house. Like, she didn't even want to give me her address to send her the webcam. Like, that's when I just knew, but I didn't want to admit it to myself. But anyway, guys, I'm sorry. This was like one of the longest commentaries that you will ever see on my channel. I was going to make this into a 2-part video, but I don't think part 2 would have been like what you guys were looking for. Like, if there were a part 2, I would have had to like go see her, find out it was a dude, and then that would have been like a worthy part 2 video. I'm so glad that didn't happen to me, by the way. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on the video, and if you didn't like it, dislike the video. But outside of that, I'm done here. I'm gonna go. Peace.